This whole community should be grieving for Shayy Ferguson and her family and her unborn baby. You heard me say time and time again that no one gets into this profession to arrest kids, especially for low-level offenses, but that's not the case here. We have to acknowledge that someone who amasses this many charges and is responsible for the of 2 women and an unborn child needs to be behind bars for a very, very long time.
2 weeks ago, we shared the story of Shayy Ferguson. Her missing flyers were spread in August after Orlando police said the then 15-year-old was reported missing. According to reports, Shayy ran away the day before she was supposed to appear in court for a human trafficking case.
August 12th. Orlando police respond to this Department of Children and Families office on South Kirkman Road, where a worker reports 16-year-old Shayy Ferguson missing. The police report says she was brought there to be given a family placement for the night as she had to appear in court the next day. She was involved in a human trafficking case in Orange County. They said she became argumentative and left. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children created this release with Ferguson's picture on it, yet she remained missing for 73 days. October 24th, Orange County Sheriff's investigators say they found Ferguson dead next to a car on Broken Pine Circle, 7 miles away from where she went missing. A week and a half later, the same day, Ferguson's father provided this new picture of his daughter. News 6 confirmed the 16-year-old was pregnant.
The office still haven't made any further comments regarding her allegedly escaping custody. However, recent updates shared that Shayl's disappearance had nothing to do with the trafficking case. This week, Sheriff John Mina announced the Orange County Sheriff's Office had arrested 17-year-old LorenzoLarry on charges of second-degree murder.
Just gonna go to the back over here, right? Go spread your feet for me. Spread your feet for me. Alright, man. Okay, take a seat. That's it. Appreciate it.
After a thorough investigation, police revealed LorenzoLarry had murdered Shayy Ferguson and her unborn child. Shayy was 20 weeks pregnant when she died.
Morning. On Monday afternoon, yesterday, our deputies arrested 17-year-old LorenzoLarry on charges of second-degree murder. So it's been reported by some that this case may have been related to human trafficking. That's not true. There is no nexus to human trafficking in this case.
Police also revealed Larry was responsible for the death of another woman named JemilePittman. Last December, she was found shot in her car.
New at noon, we now know the name of the woman found shot inside of a car in Orange County. We first brought you this story as breaking news on News 6 at 5 yesterday. Deputies saying 23-year-old JemilePittman was found in a car in the area of Rio Grande Avenue and Brindley Court just before 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Paramedics rushed her to the hospital where she died. So far, deputies haven't said anything about a possible suspect.
That's not the only time Larry has been in trouble. However, every time he has been arrested, he's either been able to escape their custody or his case was dropped.
LorenzoLarry is no stranger to law enforcement, nor is he a stranger to our homicide detectives. In February of 2021, when he was just 15 years old, he was arrested for carrying a concealed firearm, as well as violation of home detention, both of which are felonies. Those cases were dropped. On December 8th, 2021, 23-year-old JemilePittman was found dead in a car off of South Rio Grande Avenue. During their investigation, our homicide detectives identified LorenzoLarry as the suspect in this case. He had fled the area. We were unable to find him, and then he was arrested again in May on another slew of charges. At that time, we were able to interview him. He admitted to shooting Jamile, but claimed it was self-defense, although he fled the scene and fled to another state. So in those cases where the suspect claims self-defense, we work closely with our state attorney's office. We give them our investigative report for them to review so they can make a determination on that case. That was done back in July, and the state attorney's office has not made a determination in that case as of yet. And then LorenzoLarry was again arrested in July, and both that case and the May case are set for trial. So we do anticipate the state attorney's office will charge him as an adult for the second-degree murder charge of Shayy Ferguson and her unborn child. So you have heard me say time and time again that no one gets into this profession to arrest kids, especially for low-level offenses, but that's not the case here. And so those juveniles who are out there committing violent crimes in our community, that doesn't apply to them. So, we have to acknowledge that someone who amasses this many.
Larry is also facing charges of harming the unborn child by injury to Shayla. Also, the family created a GoFundMe campaign to pay for Shayla and the baby's memorial services. They are asking the community for help to send off their loved ones.